Magic 102.3, DC's R&B station, the show right now. What a treat to come back to work and to have Jamie Foxx as your guest. First thing in the morning, I love this.
Yes, and we are up and at 'em.
Yes, we are, and you are, and people are just swarming all over you. And I said you tell just great stories. I could listen to you tell stories all day and all night.
It's a lot of fun stories. A lot of interesting things happen to me.
Well, tell me a story or the stories behind you doing that Kimmel performance and working with Chris Brown.
You know what's interesting about Chris Brown? I've known Chris Brown since he was 15 years old.
Really?
We did a party in Miami, big party, and I remember Eddie Murphy was out. It made it really like crazy. O.J. Simpson was at the party, as a matter of fact, too.
You are kidding!
Which was really interestingly scary.
I hope you captured that moment.
When he walked in, because this was sort of like, this was back, you know, in the day, so when he walked in, he was like, oh, snap. And I remember all of the comedians rushing to the mic to grab the mic to tell a joke, and I think somebody said, oh, we got a killer party, OJ's in something, whatever. And
You're silly.
And so that party, at that party, in the crowd, a big crowd, almost 2,000 people, I see this. I see people just doing that. I guess they were crumping. I said, who was those kids right there? And the DJ said, that's the young phenomenon Chris Brown. I said, well, what do you do? He sings, and then, look, he dances. Look, he won a battle. So I go down there to battle this kid. I said, yeah, man, I hear you dance. He said, yeah, what's up? The voice, yeah, what's up? I said, I did some little move. You know what he did? He did a flip.
Right in front of
right
me,
in front. But you got to understand, everybody's crowded like this, so you have to appreciate the way he executed it. He couldn't jump this way or that way. He jumped straight up in the air, did the flip over our heads, and then landed straight back down. I said, okay, contest is over.
Wow.
So I've known Chris since he was 15, and to be honest with you, I've mentored Chris through the good and the indifferent.
Yeah.
And we all know the stories, and we don't need to rehash, but during those times, I was very tough on him. But I see the Chris that people don't get a chance to see. He comes to my house.
What can I ask you? Because I do this feature also called Get Right, where we just kind of share our stories and we help people. What is that thing you told Chris Brown? What did you share with him to help him?
I told Chris Brown what Quincy Jones told me. Hey, man, you know, me and Michael Jackson, man, 54 million records, man, but we had to keep our nose clean, man. We had to do the right thing because we want to protect the art. So I would tell the same thing to Chris. I said, Chris, at the end of the day, God gave you an incredible talent. And so what you have to do now is start to look at a young age, and this is hard because you understand these guys are kids. All of these people are kids. You interview people that are grown and off the chain.
Yes.
So these people are kids. So it's really all these things are happening, and you add social media and the way we get stories now. So it's really tough for them to navigate. I said, listen, you got to get people around you that also have the same risk as you. When people are around you that don't have any risk, it's easy in our business for them to do whatever they want to do and allow you to do whatever you want to do. And you also got to get people around you who recognizes that you have a talent that needs to be protected. And it's interesting, the most talented ones are usually the most troubled ones because it's God's balance. And let me explain it to you about
Get right, Jamie.
Let me explain to you about God's balance. Notice this. God balances things out. Beautiful girl, but maybe not self-esteem. When things go right in your life and they're going super good, some things come around to balance those things. So it's the same with Chris. I said, Chris, you have so much. You can act, you can sing, you can dance, you're a good athlete, you're good looking. I said, so it's going to be a lot of traps for you. So with that being said, he would come to my house, sometimes unannounced, come and dance with my sister who has Down syndrome, for hours. The last time he was there, he brought Tiger and Augustine.
Alcina.
Yeah, Augustine, yeah. And so all of the young kids, and as I'm walking out, they go, here he comes, he's going to talk to us. And so I sit him down and talk to all of them. I said, listen, if they had social media and the way things were back when I was coming out, I wouldn't have made it. I wouldn't have been allowed to live in this country because we was partying at the time.
It would have been bad.
I've been in Laos. I've been all the place I've been. This is how to do a Lay Ocean record and movies. I said, so what you got to do, you just got to stay aware. I'm not telling you not to be fly and cool or like that, but stay aware. Which leads us to the record. The record makes sense because I know the kid. I wanted to do a record with him. And here's the Jimmy Kimmel performance, what you don't see behind stage. Chris Brown walks in with his daughter. And when he walks in, I said, look at you.
What?
And he was gone. She had him. He got goo going the whole night. I said, now you have something very, very, everything else has been significant, but this comes from you. This is you. Now, think about it. He could have done anything. He could have said, I want to hang with that kid. He could have done anything. I'm a rock star, I ain't got time. But to see him bring his child to work, and the child was like this, just bright-eyed, and it was fantastic to see that moment.
Wow.
That people may not be able to see, but they feel it. When he went and performed, and this is not a story, I get a text from a friend of mine in New York who's been very, very critical of Chris. He says, listen, I've always been negative about him and everything he's done. And for some reason, that performance, it got to me. I look at him in a different way. And I thought that was great. The name of the song is called You Changed Me. It's not about his situation, but it's interesting how the parallel works.
Yeah, wow. Jamie Foxx.